again, everyone. Here we are, just coming into the third week of Advent. It's about 4:15 in the afternoon, and it's dark. It's dark, which is a suitable way of introducing my reflection this weekend, because I'm reflecting on this winter season, especially on the darkness. In the morning, the carers for Brother Francis arrive in the dark. In the evening at 6 o'clock, it's already been dark for an hour and a half, nearly 2 hours, by the time they come back for their second or their third visit. So there's a lot of darkness around, my dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters. In 10 days' time, there will be the winter solstice, marking the day when the earth turns back towards the sun, towards the light. It's no surprise that in and around the solstice, the ancient civilizations, or the civilizations with ancient roots, celebrate the promise of light's return. There's Hanukkah in the Jewish community, St. Lucy in the Nordic communities. Tomorrow, I think, is the feast of St. Lucy. And then that ancient pagan feast that Christians took over for the celebration of Christmas, the birth of Jesus as the light of the world. So we long for light, we long for warmth. But I'd like to say that we must not think of the dark in totally negative terms. After all, it's a fact of life. And it is essential for our well-being. For a start, it encourages us to sleep. I know some of us can sleep very happily in the daytime too, but darkness and the body responds by saying it's time to go to sleep. And without sleep, well, let's put it positively, sleep provides the darkness provides the backdrop for the renewal of our physical, mental, and even spiritual well-being. It has its beauty too, the dark, the night, the pitch black even. Look up at the stars on a dark, frosty night and just see how much life there is up there. It's there all the time, of course, only we can't see it because of the light of the sun. But just because we can't see the stars doesn't mean to say that they're not there all the time. The thing I find rather fascinating is that those satellites and Sputniks, of which there are legions going around various orbits around the Earth, invisible in the day, but look up 6 or 7 in the evening, and you'll be amazed at how many you see. You can only see them because they catch the light of the sun. Anyway, maybe this idea of darkness teaches us something essential for our own spiritual life and well-being, because we do all experience darkness from time to time. The darkness of grief, the darkness of failed dreams, the darkness of shame and regret. And because of that feeling of darkness, that sense of failure maybe, or desperation, we can turn it to the good. It can help correct our course. It teaches us to acknowledge our need to change, to turn away from certain things that in the ordinary light of day we might be blind to. In gospel terms, dear brothers and sisters, here in Advent, to repent, to change direction, to seek conversion, to steer towards the light that God has given us. The darkness can be very much used by the good Lord's providence. Let me end with some lines by T.S. Eliot, and it's a celebration of light. O light invisible, we praise thee, too bright for mortal vision. O greater light, we praise thee for the less. The eastern light our spires touch at morning, the light that slants upon our western doors at evening, the twilight over stagnant pools at bat flight, moonlight and starlight, owl and moth light, glowworm glow light on a grass blade. O light invisible, we worship thee. We thank thee for the lights that we have kindled, the light of altar and sanctuary, small lights of those who meditate at midnight, and lights directed through the colored panes of windows, and light reflected from the polished stone, the gilded carven wood, the colored fresco. Our gaze is submarine, our eyes look upward and see the light that fractures through unquiet water. We see the light, but see not whence it comes. O light invisible, we glorify thee. I wish you well. I hope you have a good week ahead, and that some of the wonder of the waiting and the expectation and the seeking after the light that we do in Advent will find a deep echo in your hearts. Bye for now, and God bless. Just a couple of things to point out. Sunday afternoon, we have our Advent prayer. It's lovely. People do enjoy it, get a lot from it. Quiet, reflective, prayerful. 4 o'clock till 5. All welcome. This week, those of you who've been following the Bible timeline, we have the last session on Wednesday evening, and I invite you to have another group session amongst those who from the parish who've been watching on Friday at 7 o'clock. I'll send all of those who joined in the last group session, I'll send you the link for it, but if anybody else would like to join in, you're more than welcome. More than welcome. Anyway, we look forward very much to Christmas and the celebration, muted though it will be. I need to tell you that the Eventbrite bookings for the 6 o'clock Mass on Christmas Eve are already full, but the other Masses, there's still plenty of room. That's it then. Bye for now.